the whole day today, we will focus on the module number 1, Introduction to the Value Education. It has got this 6th lecture, and I'll unfold each of these 6 lectures. In this session, I'll try to cover lecture 1 to lecture 3. Lecture 1 is Understanding Value Education. Lecture 2 is Exploration as the Process of Value Education. And lecture 3, The Continuous Happiness and Prosperity, the Basic Human Aspiration. Okay, so I guess you are quite familiar with this slide. And this is the process of value education. How many of you are sharing UHV content in the classroom? Oh, very nice. Almost 40%. Very nice. So this is important, not just to share the value education in the classroom, but this is also important to develop our own understanding, and this is also important to develop the mutual understanding amongst our friends, colleagues and family members. That whatever is there, right? You are listening to an audio, let's say a radio or television, right? Wouldn't that be a proposal for you? So watching a movie, and the movie actor is saying something in the movie, throwing a dialogue. Is that a proposal for you, or you have to follow it? You're watching an advertisement. What do you think? That advertisement is a proposal for you, or you have to obey the advertisement? If the advertisement says, buy this thing, then you will be happy. All the advertisement says the same thing, right? Are you becoming happy by buying the things? So are you verifying the advertisement, or are you accepting the advertisement as it is? What do you think? Accepting or verifying? You are verifying and then you are accepting. Sometimes you accept and later you verify. Sometimes you only accept. Right? But when you look into the process of value education, the process is a process of proposal. So whatever I am going to share from this moment for the next 5 days is a proposal for you. Which means keep verifying this within your own self, whether this is right for you, this is not right for you. Don't accept it. Don't assume it to be true. Right? So whatever I'm going to say, don't assume it to be true. Verify this on the basis of your natural acceptance. For example, if I ask you a question, would you like to live with the feeling of relationship with others or opposition? What's your answer? How come this answer is coming? From where this answer is coming? Have you asked this question to the neighbor? Did Supraja Didi told you that the first question will be, would you like to live with the feeling of relationship or opposition? No, right? You are asking this question to your own self. So this is the process. This is the process of value education. Don't assume it to be true, but verify on the basis of your natural acceptance. Right? I remember one of my FDP in a college. Right, after every session, I interact with the participants to understand. I try to get the feedback. So on the 3rd day, I was talking to this lady professor who was attending this workshop. Right, FDP. It was 7 days FDP. And on the 3rd day, during the lunch, I asked her how the sessions are going on. So she said everything is going okay. And she said that you made me so relaxed in the first line itself. And what was that first line? This is a proposal, do not assume it to be true or false. So she said that when you said don't assume it to be true or false, which means I didn't have to listen anything. So I'm just sitting comfortably. So not to assume doesn't mean that not to listen. In fact, to verify on your own right, you have to listen. If you be listening, then only the verification will start. So the whole process is the process of dialogue. To begin with, this is the dialogue between me and you. Someone has to initiate the dialogue. But then gradually you will find there is another dialogue is happening, the dialogue within your own self. So the whole objective of these 5 days is to start that dialogue, that internal dialogue, internal communication. So when you start talking to your own self, you will get the answers to your own questions. So don't assume it to be true. Keep verifying. Relationship or opposition? Happiness, unhappiness? Trust or mistrust? Respect or disrespect? Affection or jealousy? Love or hatred? Okay, any question?
Sir, with respect to this natural acceptance is concerned, I personally feel that there are two kinds of natural acceptance, sir. One is emotional and another one is intelligent. Something is like, I wanted to purchase a car, let us say. So intelligence says that, let us say, go for a cheap and best car. Okay, whatever is more mileage with minimum facilities. That's only intelligence says. But emotional natural acceptance says that forget about everything. Go for high end. Whether it is 30 lakhs or 40 lakhs. So natural acceptance would say, so there is a proposal there is an idea to buy a car, let us say. So normally, wife used to say you have to purchase a high end model. That's 30 lakhs, low sophisticated luxury car only you have to buy. Whether we have money or not, that's a secondary. Let us assume we have money. But this intelligence says that why should we spend money unnecessarily for a car? Okay. So there is a contradiction between the natural acceptance itself. So how do we come across all these things?
Alright, very good. So we'll try to understand what is the natural acceptance. Are there different types of natural acceptance like intellect natural acceptance, emotional natural acceptance, the general natural acceptance, or the natural acceptance is the same? Okay, let's take an example. I'm asking you this question again. Would you want to live with feeling of relationship or opposition? And I expect answers from everyone. It's the same or different? It's the same or different? The answer is same or different? Okay. Would you want to nurture your body or you want to harm your body? Same? Okay. Trust or mistrust? Okay. So when we say natural acceptance, the natural acceptance is invariant. Which means in all the time, at all the places, and with all the people, it remains same. If it is changing, then we are not talking about natural acceptance, we are just talking about the acceptance. Okay, let me give you one example. You want to protect your body or you want to harm your body? Correct? Everybody is protect. Now I'm asking you another question. By wearing jeans, would you like to protect, or by wearing lungi you would like to protect? This is acceptance. This is what is acceptance. The natural acceptance is same for each one of us. This natural acceptance addresses to the fundamental question, and what that fundamental question is, what to do. Right? So each one of us has got these two fundamental questions. The first question is what to do, and the second question is how to do. Out of these two, what do you think, which is more important? Understanding answer to what to do or how to do? Which will become the priority number one question? What or how? What, right? So what to do? Protect the body. How to do? Depends on local culture, traditions, customs, right? Depends on our choice, depends on the likeness, dislikeness. Okay? So these two questions are there for each one of us. What to do and how to do. This is important, this is also important. Both of these two questions are important. Correct? Peace or war? Peace or war?
Peace.
What is happening?
War.
Which means no clarity on what. If I have clarity on what, then I'll be keep implementing it. But if I'm confused, peace or war, then what will happen? The result of my confusion is the war. So even in 21st century, are we able to decide upon our own self that what do I want to be as a human being? Or we are not able to decide upon all this? What do you think? Are we able to decide? Are we able to find out the answers to this question that what do I want to be as a human being? You want to fight with your spouse, or you want to live with the love with your spouse?
Love.
But then what is happening?
Sir, just a small clarification, sir. Sir, you are asking, sir, whether you want to be happy or not happy. So every one of us are interested to happy. I am interested to be happy. So to say this, when you ask, everybody says happiness only. But in reality, it is not happening.
Yeah.
So for example, when you are saying, nurturing the body or harming the body. So we wanted to have a good healthy body only. But we wanted to take the junk food as well as we wanted to be nurturing the body. Is it possible?
Yeah.
So this is what is contradicting.
In the absence of this, all these things are possible. If the clarity is not there, then everything is possible. Whatever we are doing is possible. If I have this clarity that I want to nurture my body, will I harm my body? Absence of this.
Sir, another question. So earlier you mentioned proposal. Whatever you say, we have to accept based on our justification. So in Tamil, especially those who knows Tamil, they know in Tirukural, Epporul yar yar vai ketpinum, apporul meipporul kanbadu arivu. So that clearly mentioned in Tirukural. It is clearly mentioned. Whoever said, so you have to listen and you should think. You have to justify whether it's right or wrong. Then second thing is here, you mentioned protect our body or harm your body. So actually it is based on the outcome. I will give one example. For example, after sometimes I have an injury or something, for life saving, they want to have some operation, major operation, me, I cannot say no, it will harm my body. I won't accept. So it is for life-saving means I have to accept it. So that's why it based on the outcome. It is based on the outcome, whether it's protect our body or harm body. It depends upon the outcome.
Yeah, but you are getting operated to protect your body, right?
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. But it's harming also.
But let us say, after getting operated, your body will not be protected. Will you cooperate to the doctor?
No.
Correct. So you are cooperating to the doctor because you have this natural acceptance to protect the body.
Sir, actually, it is something like a trial between an husband and wife. So what is happening now? In real situation, if wife is so good and she is doing all the thing whatever I need, and she is not negative, she is not agreeing against me at all times. But at times, no, my psychology is getting boredom. Right? She has to get angry against me. Something like that, right? So it is something like we want to be in relationship, but when you get anger, no, that the attribute of relationship will get disturbed. So after that anger, and if things have been settled, means we'll get too much of affection than what was before.
Yes.
So and even because of that reason also, no, we expect that anger.
Yeah.
So that is some kind of the anger is troubling the relationship, but still we are in need of it.
Correct.
Yes. So
see, we have so much of preconditioning like this. If there is fight, then only love. And the fight increases the love. Try to keep fight every day and see whether the love will be there or it will be disappear. See, what is happening, as he also asked the same question, that we want to be happy but we are not able to live happily. The reason, are we clear about what is happiness? So if this clarity is not there, what? Then there is possibility that all such things will happen. Yes.
He mentioned one incident. So in Tamil Tirukkural Oodal, that term clearly explains. That is why you cannot eat continuously sweets. So that is why sometimes you need some other. That's why.
See. Look at how this interesting conversation is going on. Look at, see how we connect the things. You cannot eat sweet continuously.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is something related to eating. But then you connect the same phrase with happiness. And then you say that you cannot live happily continuously. But you want to be happy continuously. This is all is what is called confusion. Right? This is all is what is called confusion, because we are relating and connecting the material food with the feelings part. So the feelings part are different and the material food is different. That is the reason this questions becomes the priority number one. What to do? Based on this clarity, we can develop the technology to get the things done. So this is also important and this is also important. What to do is also important and how to do is also important. So all our technology is for this. Our innovation. Our discovery. Our skills. Correct? Our communication classes, our personality development classes. So what are we teaching in our communication classes? How to communicate. What are you teaching in our personality development classes? How to talk, how to walk, how to carry yourself, how to dress up, how to groom, right? If all these things are there, but this clarity is missing, will there be the continuity part of how? So what are we doing in our education today? Are we trying to develop the clarity on what to do among the students, or we are just developing the skills? Right from the nursery education to the university education, are we focusing on this and this, or are we only focusing on this?
These two, what to do, how to do.
Yeah, are we focusing on this in our education?
Most of the time, how to do? Not much. How to develop skills?
Not much. Right? We are focusing on this. How to develop the skills. Right? How to make them innovative to discover the new technology. But this is all skill part. This is the skill set. This is the domain of values. This is the domain of skills. The values are also required and the skills are also required. Both of these things are required. But if the value component is missing and we are imparting only skills, then what is happening? My general observation I'm sharing with you, I don't know it's the same here in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India, world for you or not, because my perceptions and your perceptions may differ. But through all these years, I have developed a perception. What that perception is, the schools, colleges, deemed universities, central government universities, state government universities are increasing in number. So same thing is happening here, right? Before we didn't have schools in the small villages, but now the small villages also have school. A middle-sized town has got multiple schools, even the college. It's happening. Okay. My observation is that the infrastructure in the school and the colleges and the university is getting advanced. Example is this. This is very advancement. Projector, air conditioner, smart classroom is happening. Okay, good. My third observation is that the number of people who are going through the process of education and spending minimum 15 years in education, such population is also increasing. Right? So what is happening? The number of the colleges increase, the smartness increase, the population going through education increased. Correct? Okay. Now my observation is, the number of people who are going through personal trauma, the mental trauma, depression, frustration, addiction to the substance, confusion is increasing at individual human being. What do you think? Yes. My observation is that the fight, the quarrel, disputes between the family members is increasing. And who all are these family members? The parents and the children, husband and wife, cousins and siblings. This is increasing. What do you think? Yeah, just wait a minute. My observation is that the fear, the overall fear in the society is increasing. And the natural environment is getting degraded day by day. The quality of the air, the quality of water, right? This is getting spoiled. Is this happening? Yes. Now look at these two important parts. Number one part, education is increasing. Other side, our problems are also increasing. And we are going to the schools, to the university, spending 20 years. I personally feel, if I spend 20 years in the school to educate myself, then my problems should have been decreased. Correct? So what is happening? In our mainstream education, we are largely focusing on this. We are trying to develop the ability among the students, the skills among the students, so that they will get an employment, job. We are trying to make our students ready for the job. The jobs are required or not required? Required. Essentially required. So we are preparing our students to get the job. Are we preparing our students to live a fulfilling life? So what do you think? So what do you think? Do we need to prepare students to live a fulfilling life? The job is a part of it. Or do we need to just focus on making them employed?
Sir, the present education systems looks like this only, sir. How to do? So they are only concentrating on jobs. So I think new education policy may change this one, no, job oriented into value oriented thing. Sir, actually one small thing, sir. Sir, what to do is very clear, sir. So for example, a teacher and a student. As far as the teacher is concerned, what to do is very clear for a teacher.
What?
To teach them something, to teach the concept, to make them understand. It's very clear. As far as the students is concerned...
Wait.
Teacher is very clear to teach.
Wait. To teach. Okay, teacher. 1, to teach. Teacher, to teach with naturally acceptable feelings. Okay? The teacher to teach unhappiness within. The teacher teaching with harmony within. There's a whole lot of difference. If feeling of relationship is naturally acceptable to you or opposition?
Acceptable.
What is acceptable, feeling of relationship or opposition?
Relationship.
If the teacher is teaching with the feeling of relationship, the student definitely accepts the teacher. Why? Because for the students also, the feeling of relationship is naturally acceptable. But the teacher is focusing on only how to teach. Then there is possibility that the teacher may be preparing for his subject, spending 7 hours every day to prepare for the subject and the core content, but if that feeling part is missing, see, human being doesn't get connected to each other with the knowledge only, but the human being gets connected with each other with the feeling, and then comes the knowledge.
Yes, sir. So let us assume that the good case, that is the teacher is teaching with the natural acceptance feelings, and the teacher is also doing that, and the students are also accepting. And whenever the students are meeting the teacher, the students are saying, "Sir, you are so good. You are understanding our feeling. Everything, sir. Everything is correct, sir. But we are not able to open our book and read, sir." So what to do? Because they are not at all interested to go further beyond that. Whatever it is, they need mark. So parents also, we don't expect our son to be masters. No, we want only marks and job. Okay, you do whatever you do, but we expect our kids to be getting good mark and getting good placement. And they also, as students, when they are interacting personally, they are telling, "Sir, your thing is very clear, sir. Your feelings are very good. your teachings are very good and you are understanding our feelings, everything is okay.
Is this enough? Is this enough for you?
No.
Is this enough for your student?
No, sir.
No. When I understand that this is not enough, this clarity is required first, and in the light of this, I can plan my life. When I understand as a teacher, I can help my student to understand this. Okay? So that is the reason, first I need to understand. Then I can help my student.
Sir, I got a point actually, sir. You have asked us to know whether are we giving the student a fulfilling life. Yes, sir. The students are coming for education merely to identify themselves and what they are going to do in the future. And they are coming with that particular point to us. And they are behind the materialistic thing actually. So that is body. If they are able to get better salary, right? So I'm efficient and education has given me all the things, whatever I need. So that is materialistic fact. I think it's unlimited. It goes on ending. So how we can get happiness and harmony? So that fulfillment lies in where's the end? Not the end actually. It is end within itself. So you keep on seeking the materialistic fact. Actually, if the teacher happen to induce that particular thing among the student, normally the student will not get a fulfilling life. So if you are able to attain 6 lakh salary, you have attained. That should not be the fixation from the teacher. The fulfilling life can be given only by making him feel the human values within himself. So that is my point. Thank you, sir.
And that is the reason we have all these 5 days.
Ask students, they will say both are same. Father, getting better placement is like fulfilling. That's why they are joining any college. They are joining with only the same. Getting better job means like that is the expectation of students, not students.
Yeah. See, that's what's the expectations. And in the morning, when she has, what's your name? Yeah. In the morning, when Dr. Srivastav said the expectations, right? So that time I responded, the expectations are continuous and natural, but we need to understand what are the right expectations. With this only, you are expecting to have a fulfilling life. Is this the right expectation? Is this the right expectations? See, just try to understand one thing. Okay? Let's take an example. Can I remove this?
Yeah.
Let's take an example of a student. And then try to put ourselves into the student's shoes. Okay? The student is doing something. And we are also doing something. One thing the students are also doing and we are also doing continuously is thinking. Correct? I am thinking continuously and my student is also thinking continuously. And some of my thoughts I am converting into an action. The same thing is happening with you and the student. Common things, right? We all are thinking and we are converting some of our thoughts into action. Right? So what the student is doing, let's take an example. The student is studying. Correct? What is the main job profile of a student? To study. Why he is studying? Because he wants to become something. If you have no expectations of becoming something, can you do anything? Can you do? If this is not going, you are not going to achieve this. Can you put your efforts, energy? Yes, no. No, right? So the student is studying because he wants to become an engineer. Correct? if there is no motivation to get something, would you like to become? By becoming something, you are not going to get anything. Would you like to become that? No. So student is studying, he wants to become an engineer, and what he want to get? Job. Very good. You want to get job. You want to get name. He want to have his identity. Right? He want to be a famous. He wants to earn respect. Etc. etc. Right? He wants to do innovation. He wants to do discovery. So student is studying. By studying he wants to become an engineer. By becoming an engineer he will get a job. Names and everything. All these three things are different or the same? These are three different things or these are the same thing? Same or different?
Different things correlated. Different things continuous process.
Yeah.
If you study, definitely you become an engineer.
Okay. See, this is where very important thing. Are these correlated or different? For example, I take admission, definitely I'll become an engineer. Does it happen? No. No. Right? If I become an engineer, definitely I'll get a job. Happens? Yes. Which means, if you are doing these things, you may or you may not. If you become, you may or you may not. Correct? Important thing that what you want to be. If you get admission to the desirable university, what you want to be out of it? You have enrolled for this course, right? What you want to be? You want to become a student. It's not being a student, it's becoming a student, right? By becoming a good student for the next 5 days, you may get a certificate. That certificate is the motivation. That is the reason you all are sitting here. If you get a certificate, then what will happen to you? If you get a certificate, then what will happen to you? Okay. You will become the part of, see again, you will become the part of AICT UHV family. If you become the part of AICT family, AICT UHV family, what you would be? Okay, ask this question to yourself. Why have you studied? Yeah. Okay, do this exercise. Write down on your notebook. And in the tea break, have a serious exploration on this. Okay, in the tea break, have a very serious exploration on this. That whatever you have did in your life till this moment, what were you expected doing it? You have taken admission into school. What was your expectation? What you wanted to be? You got married, right? What was your expectation? You got promotion. You're working for your promotion. What are you expecting out of it? You had breakfast. what you are expecting out of it. Right? You're going for the shopping. What are you expecting out of it? You're raising up every day morning. What are your expectations? You're sleeping in the night. What are your expectations? Every moment, what are you expecting to be? What are you expecting to be every moment? Okay, if you gate, see, satisfaction is gating. If you are gating satisfaction, then what you will be? If you will be promoted to the next ladder, what you will be? If you buy that dream dress, what you will be? As he said, like 30 lakhs car. So if you get this 30 lakhs car, what you will be? If you had nice idli sambar this morning, what you will be out of it? This is what you want to be. What do you want to be? Happy. What do you want to be? Prosperous. Right? Now, tell me, by getting these things, each one of us are getting these things. Maybe less or more. Are we getting all these things or not? Right? Each one of us has become something. Correct? Each one of us are doing something. Even today, even at this moment. Correct? Are we happy? Are we happy?
Yes, definitely, sir.
50-50. Sometimes happy, sometimes not happy. Right? Sometimes I feel prosperous, but the moment I saw Mercedes Benz passing by me, I feel deprived. Let me complete. Okay? So sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm unhappy, sometimes I feel prosperous, sometimes I feel deprived. I going through this, going through this. I got some of these things or all of these things, but still I'm not happy every moment. Still I don't feel prosperous every moment, because what I thought, if I do, I'll be happy. Tell me, by doing something, can you be happy? I'll tell you my story. Okay, I'll tell you my story. When I started going to the school, right, in the primary school, just 1 hour before the school, at least one time in a month, I used to have stomach pain. And I used to yell and cry, and then my mother used to say, go to school, right? And then if you finish your schooling, everything will be okay and you will be happy. So what I got this motivation, if I complete my education, I will be happy. So I completed my school education. But then when I completed my school education, what I found, my unhappiness is increased. Right? And then my father, he said, take admission to the Polytechnic. He wanted to make me an engineer. So I got admission into the Polytechnic, but anyway, I was not interested into it. So I dropped out and I studied science, and then I completed my master's degree in tourism. But while going through the schools and the university and other streams, all my elderly people used to say, you complete your master's degree, you will be happy. But what has happened to my life, when I completed my master's, I became more unhappy. Correct? When I was into second semester of my master's degree, all these elderly people, they started telling me, just you are on the verge of getting an happiness, and you will be very happy if you get a job. Coincidentally or fortunately, in the placement only I got a job. Okay, a nice job. But then when I started getting into the job, my unhappiness has increased. And then one day, my mother and father both, they told me, don't worry, now you have a job, get married. Right? I decided to get married. I got married, but that unhappiness has increased. The reason, before the marriage, I was handling with only my family. But after the marriage, now I got her family. Right? So I found it very difficult to manage with my family, her family, making that synchronization between the two families. And then someone told me, wait, become father. Once you will become father, you will be very happy. And then I understood, I'm blessed with the two sons. But then I understood, when I became father, my responsibility has increased. And then all that confusion, how to live life with children. Because that's not so easy. So when I'm raising my children, I found it very difficult. So my unhappiness was increasing every moment, because each time I thought, if I do something, if I become something, if I get something, I'll be happy. But later on I understand, this happiness is to be the state of harmony within. So I can be happy within, and happily I can do the things. By ensuring happiness within, I can become. I can become the greatest scientist in the world. I can become the Prime Minister. I can become the Vice Chancellor. I can become the HOD. But by becoming HOD, I can't be happy. I have to ensure my happiness within, and by ensuring happiness, I can become. By ensuring happiness, I can get. I can work for getting something, but by getting something, I cannot be happy. What is happening traditionally, that we are trying to go from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and then we are trying to be happy. And every moment we are postponing our happiness. Right? So let us, if I want to be happy every moment, even when a student is studying, he wants to be happy. After getting job, he wants to be happy. He wants to be happy every moment. So if the student gets this clarity about what happiness is, then he or she can be happy at this moment. And by ensuring this happiness within, follow this process. So what you think? This 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, this is the right equation, or shall we reverse this equation like this? So as a human being, do I have this clarity that what do I want to be? If I want to be happy, and every single my action, my thought, I'm investing with an expectation of happiness. Aren't you expecting happiness in every moment? Everything, whatever you are doing, you are expecting to be happy. So if I have this clarity that my basic purpose is to ensure the continuity of happiness and prosperity, then we'll focus something, we'll focus ourselves, we'll invest ourselves in understanding what happiness is. So we'll take a short break now, and after the break we'll unfold our discussion. Thank you.
Yes. So thanks to Umesh Bhaiya for a very enriching session. Now we'll have a tea break. It's 11:05. We'll have a break up to 11:25. Please.
In the first session, I'll quickly recap and then unfold the content of this session. In the first session, we try to understand the process of value education. It's a process of self-exploration. And then these two questions are important: what to do and how to do. Out of these two questions, what to do is value education, how to do is skill education. We are imparting skill education in our colleges and the university. What is essentially required is to make it as value-based skill education. Right? So if we make it as value-based skill education, that education will help the student to live a fulfilling life. So we are not saying to remove something. The skill education continue, okay, but then add value to it. So value-based skill education will help the student to live a fulfilling life. Then what we want to be is happy, and not only we want to be happy, but we want to be happy every moment. So for that every moment happiness, I need to understand what is happiness. So those content, I will unfold in this particular session. Before I begin, let me see if there is any question. Any question pertaining to the discussions we had?
Hello, sir. Yeah, in first lecture you mentioned that we have to be happy first. Okay, so for example, Netflix and watching TV will make me happy. But if I'll do that, how I'll become an engineer or how I'll get a job? Or to make someone else happy, I have to do such a things which will not make me happy. So how we can handle those situations?
Yeah, that is what we are going to discuss in this session. We'll try to understand what happiness is. So whatever the definition of happiness you have, carry with that definition and see that whether you want to be happy continuously or not. We'll define happiness in this session.
Define what is natural acceptance with the example. Because we have a lot of programs for each and every one, and we know that the program is common to everyone. But the thing is, how to verify all those things, whether it is naturally acceptable or not. Okay. So I need clarity in understanding what is natural acceptance.
Okay. I'll take up this question. Any other question?
And accept. After marriage, we accept and analyze.
Any other question? Okay, let us try and understand what is the meaning of natural acceptance. Okay. See, there are these two things. The one is acceptance, the other is natural acceptance. Acceptance and natural acceptance. When we are saying natural, this is natural to me. With this, I am in harmony. This is mine. This may not be natural to me. With this, I may not be in harmony, and this is not mine. This what to do. Right? What do you think that can each one of us decide upon ourselves that what is important for me or not? Do you want to decide for yourself, or you want someone else to decide and impose the things on you? We want to decide on our own self, right? Now, if we want to decide on our own self, we need some basis. On that particular basis, we can decide. And what that base is natural acceptance. This natural acceptance is innate in each one of us. This is the inbuilt quality of ourselves. It is there. We don't have to borrow. We don't have to develop it. It is there. Right? That's the reason whenever I'm asking the question based on the natural acceptance, you are able to answer to it. The reason the natural acceptance is there in each one of us. Okay? This is innate. Then the natural acceptance is invariant. So it doesn't change with the place, people, and time. For example, today is 12th of December, right? 2023. If I ask the same question to you on the 12th of December 2053, 30 years later, what do you think? What would be your answer? Relationship or opposition? Correct? Yesterday also you wanted to live with feeling of relationship. Today also and tomorrow also. So it doesn't change with the time, place, time. Okay? We are sitting in Chennai. If each one of us will go in US, and if I ask this question to you in America, relationship or opposition? If I ask this question to Americans in America, what do you think? What will be their answer? Relationship. Correct? So it doesn't change with the people, it doesn't change with the place, it doesn't change with the time. It is innate, and with this I am natural, I am in a state of harmony. So this is natural acceptance. When we say acceptance, this acceptance may get motivated by peer pressure. Correct? I remember my 10th examination. When I was in SSC, just 4 days before my first exam, two of my best friends, they said, let's go for movie. We'll watch the movie, we'll feel relaxed, and then we'll start study. I didn't wanted to go for the movie, but then I have taken decision to go and I watched the movie. Was that my decisions or decisions imposed by my friend, or I have accepted the decisions which was taken by my friends for me? So I have accepted it, but not naturally acceptable. Correct? So acceptance may be motivated by the peer pressure. Correct? It may be an influence. You go to the restaurant, even when you are going to the restaurant, what is naturally acceptable to you? You want to nurture your body or you want to harm your body? Nurture your body, right? But then you are going to the restaurants and around your table the people are sitting and you are seeing that, they are eating pizza and pastas and all kind of things, and then you are taking the decision of ordering pizza and pasta. Are you nurturing your body? But then your decision is being influenced. So under the influence, you have accepted to order pizza. Correct? To order junk food or pasta. I'm not saying pizza, pasta, junk food, but I'm just giving an example. If it is junk food, you can check it out. Correct? So under the influence, I'm accepting it. Correct? Then acceptance may be with the preconditioning. I have been told time and again that to live in the real life, you have to have tit for tat. Correct? So others are fighting with you, you should fight. If the others are not greeting you by saying vanakkam, you don't look at them. If the other smiles at you, then only you smile. Right? This is what is my preconditioning. But if I ask myself, do I want to live with a feeling of relationship or opposition? So what is my natural acceptance? Is to live with the feeling of relationship. But what is my preconditioning? Is tit for tat. Now with this preconditioning, I'm accepting something, and based on that acceptance, I'm building my life to live. which is against my natural acceptance, that puts me in the contradiction. So sometimes I remain happy, sometimes I remain unhappy.